What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 27, and we start today's episode off by reviewing our youth squad monthly report, which is just one player at the moment. The scout future star, Kevin Savanier, looks pretty decent, doesn't he? Of course, we picked him up a few episodes ago now, well, quite a few episodes ago now, and yeah, he's developing quite nicely in our academy, and of course, as he's 15, we can't promote him just yet, but we'll hopefully promote him next season sometime. And you know, I did say when we picked him up, you know, it's the perfect position for us on the wing, because our wingers aren't really the best. I mean, Brunt's decreasing in stats, as you'll see in this squad report right now, and obviously Varela's on loan and he's also decreasing. Patrick Roberts is our winger for the future, and we don't really have too many other wide players who really fill me up with much confidence. So I'm glad that the scout future star is in the right position for us, and hopefully next year we'll get some game time and start to develop, and could be a very good player for the rest of the series. You never know. But anyway, yeah, here's the squad report as we're now into May, the final month of competitive football for us and for the season, and you can see how the players are doing. This will be the last squad report of the season as well, I do believe, and you can check out how the lads are doing. I think there might be one more after this, or possibly this is the last one, but you'll see it anyway. And also as well, look at the league table too. With 4 games to go, we are in 7th place. And yeah, we look as though we are going to be finishing between 7th and 10th. I can't see us finishing higher than that personally, but with 4 games to go, we've had a fantastic season in the league. You know, no one's going to deny it. I said the best we could do this year was around 7th, 8th or 9th, and we look as though we're on course for that. You know, as long as we don't slip up in our final 4 games, we look as though we are on course for that. So I've been very pleased with this season, I really have. And of course, when you think about it as well, you know, into the FA Cup final, which is fantastic, and depending on circumstances and whenever and whether EA have got this in the game or not, we should be in the Europa League next year for reaching the FA Cup final. So yeah, it's been a fantastic season, and you know, I feel as though we deserve a lot of credit for what we've done. You know, we've taken a squad which is it was good when we came in. The squad was very, very decent. We've added some young talent. We've developed them quite nicely. Obviously Patrick Roberts up by 4, Berahino as well, and I'm impressed with what we've done this season. I really am. We've got a great foundation to build on for next year, and I want to end the season strong. You know, win the FA Cup against City. That'll be the next episode. I really hope we can do that. You know, end the final 4 games with some good points on the board, good performances, and start to focus on what we're going to do next season as we want to take West Bromwich Albion for. But the first game of today's episode was at Selhurst Park here as we took on Crystal Palace. Of course, on the back of 2 very disappointing games against Liverpool and Manchester United, we lost both of those games, and we got thrashed in the United game by 5-2. So I was looking for a much better performance here. And the first chance would fall just a few minutes in. We passed the ball around really nicely. I wanted to retain some possession early on in this game, because that was a problem with us in the United game. We didn't pass the ball around well enough. So I tried to retain some possession and sort of dictate the tempo right from the off, and get some confidence on the for the players, and just pass the ball around, give them some motivation. And as Jordan Obita storms into the box, he swings across in, picks out Brown Ideye, and the Nigeria makes it 1-0. And that was a really nice goal, a lovely team goal. It really was. Great passing all around. So many players getting involved in that goal, and a great cross by Jordan Obita, who I've said has only gone up by 1 rating this year, which I find so surprising, because he's been a great left back. He's chimed in with a few assists, and he's been a good solid left back for us. So I'm surprised he's only gone up by 1 rating, but still, lovely cross, great header by Brown Ideye, and the number 9 gets his 9th goal of the season and makes it Palace 0, West Brom 1. And the 11th minute, Will Hughes finds Jordan Obita again, who finds Chris Brunt. Brunt plays it back inside towards Will Hughes. Hughes offloads it towards Yusuf Malumbu here. And Malumbu plays a great through ball into Brown Ideye. There's a bit of hesitation between Jerome Bingham-Williams and Price, the goalkeeper. And Brown Ideye steals in, makes them pay, and makes it Palace 0, West Bromwich Albion 2. So a real mix-up there between defender and goalkeeper. They seem to sort of both lead the ball to each other. And Brown Ideye ended up stealing in and putting the ball into the empty net. So that made it Palace 0, West Bromwich Albion 2. The second goal of the game for Brown Ideye. And Palace is defending. Their game plan was already undone 13 minutes in. Their defending was shocking. I'm sure Neil Warnock couldn't have been happy, and it was Palace 0, West Brom 2, and we'd have to wait for a long time until another chance here in the second half in the 59th minute. Will Hughes got it, fake shot around the defender and struck it, but it went just wide and out for a goal kick. So we'd have to wait quite a while for another chance, and it really was actually quite a poor game. You know, not really much happened, to be honest, but we were still leading 2-0. But in the 75th minute, Murray found Yannick Bolasie, who crossed the ball in here, and well, it's a great finish by Jonathan Williams. It's a lovely acrobatic kick past Ben Foster, but but just like the United and Liverpool game, poor defending unfortunately. I should have got the ball away. It was a routine cross into the area by Balassi. I failed to deal with it. It's a great finish by Jonathan Williams, take nothing away from it for his first goal of the season, but still very, very poor defensively, and Palace get themselves back in the game. Would it prove to be a consolation goal, or would they go on to equalise? Well, in the 83rd minute, it would prove to be just a consolation goal, because Ideye completed his hat-trick and made it Palace 1, West Bromwich Albion 3. So his first hat-trick in a West Bromwich Albion shirt. I do believe as well it's the first hat-trick of the season for us this year. I think that's right. So I think that's our first hat-trick we've scored this year. It's Ideye who gets it. It's 11th goal in his debut season in the Premier League. He's been a great striker for us. When you think he's been out for 2 months as well, and he could have got like 2, 3, maybe 4 goals in that period as well. He's had a very, very good season for us, and we did indeed win the game by 3-1. So very, very good result. We played very well at Selhurst Park. All goals were quite nice. All goals coming through Ideye, and yeah, that's the perfect way to respond. It really is. After that disappointing result against United when we lost 5-2 at Old Trafford, we could have just felt sorry for ourselves and had another poor defeat there against Palace, and then took that into this game against Newcastle, maybe another poor defeat. But instead we bounced back. We played much better, and that's what I like about this team. Yes, we've been inconsistent this season. I'm not going to deny that. There's been too many games where we've won one, then lost one, then lost one, then won one, then drawn one, then lost one, and never really had a good pattern. But we always know how to bounce back. We always tend to bounce back relatively quickly after a run of poor games, and that was a really good performance there. So the following game is against Newcastle United here at St James's Park. And with 3 games to go, if we won this game, as Newcastle sit in 8th and we're in 7th, if we won this game, we would secure a guaranteed top 7 finish in the Barclays Premier League. Maybe even 6th or 5th, depending on results, but a guaranteed top 7 finish with a win here at St James's Park. Not going to be easy, obviously. Newcastle have a very good squad, and they have done quite well this season. And of course, they got one of our former players in Pocognoli, who we sold to them in January for £2.3 million, I think it was. So I let left back go, so I wasn't a fan of him. And yeah, we take on Newcastle, and the first chance would fall in the 22nd minute as Daryl Yanmat swings in this free kick towards Jonas Gutierrez here. It's not really dealt with, and Remy Cabella really should have tucked the chance away. He rounded Ben Foster. Yes, it was a tight angle, but he seemed to slip at a vital moment, and he put the ball into the side net, and so he's still scoreless. But in the 31st minute, great chance for a counter-attack here. Ideye, who scored a hat-trick at Selhurst Park, gets onto the ball down the right-hand side. I tried a quick snapshot, and Tim Krul denies him with his legs and keeps it scoreless. So good save by Krul. It was kind of routine really, but he had to make the save regardless, and he kept it at 0-0. But as he rolls the ball out to Pocognoli, he must have thought he was still in the West Bromwich Albion shirt, because he runs straight into our man. It went out for a throw-in, but again you can see Newcastle giving the ball away. Anita gets robbed by Ideye. Great chance here, crosses to the centre, and Victor Anichebe makes it Newcastle 0, West Brom 1. So poor defending from Newcastle. They kept on giving the ball away, and Victor Anichebe, starting this game, makes it 1-0 to West Bromwich Albion. So when Ideye not banging in the goals, he's getting the assists, crossed the ball to his Nigerian teammate Anichebe, and he makes it 1-0. So fantastic start after the half an hour mark here, and it's 1-0. But directly from kickoff, Newcastle tried to respond. Riviere took the ball past Nastasic here and gave it to Anita. Anita turns Callum Chambers, and he's all alone. Ben Foster comes out to meet him, closes down the angle, and it was the right choice, because Anita panics and blasts a shot over the bar and out for a goal kick. So poor finish from Anita, a bit of a let-off really, and it's still 1-0. And in the 43rd minute, you see Anita get on the ball again, backheel it to Riviera. Good chance here as he shoots, but again Ben Foster makes a good save and keeps the score at 1-0. So very good save by our skipper there, and it was still 1-0 to the away side. And as things stand, we were guaranteed a 7th place finish as we were leading this game. And you saw Jordan Nabita have a header there just past the hour mark, which was quite comfortable for Tim Krul. And 12 minutes later, Anita gets onto the ball for Newcastle and finds Cheick Tiote. Tiote plays it back to Anita, who finds Remy Cabella inside towards Riviere. Great chance here. He picks out Sissoko. Sissoko finds Daryl Yanmat, who crosses the ball in, and it almost catches Ben Foster out, but thankfully not. He goes behind for a goal kick, and it's still 1-0. And in the last minute, the last chance would fall to Newcastle here. Sissoko got on the ball down his left-hand side and had space to cross the ball in, which he does. He ends up picking out the man in the centre, De Jong, but thankfully for us, Vestergaard got up high enough and just about managed to flick the ball over the bar as well. And the game did indeed finish Newcastle United 0, West Bromwich Albion 1, which means that because of that 3 points, we have guaranteed a top 7 finish, and it means that in our final 2 games, that is the lowest we can finish. So what a fantastic league, fantastic season it's been in the league. And we're into the FA Cup final as well. That of course will be the next episode against Manchester City, so look forward to that one. And yeah, this has been a fantastic season, and hopefully we can wrap it off with that win against Manchester City in the FA Cup final, which will be in the next episode. So he's hoping to bring home some silverware, And yeah, that'll be in the next episode, so look forward to that. And as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, then please do leave a like, because it's much appreciated and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.